What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another SGN video where it's all sim all the time. This is a video I've been waiting to bring you guys for a while now. I've been waiting on a Madden patch to try to fix franchise mode. Honestly, I got sick of waiting, and it doesn't really sound like anything's coming. They haven't announced anything yet. And so rather than just wait and wait and wait, I'm just going to say screw it. We're going to do this franchise thing, man, because I love playing franchise in Madden. It's the easiest of the three sport games that I play to go deep into a franchise mode, because it is only 17 games, whereas NBA have 82, MLB have 162. So I'm excited to play this. I'm excited to get going here, even with the issues that we know about. We're going to try to make the best of it. And we are rocking the Detroit Lions based on your guys' vote ahead of the season. And I'm super excited to bring this to you. I'm also going to be doing another franchise with the Washington Commanders. That one is where we're going to run as a GM only. We don't play anything. This franchise rebuild, I will be playing the games. You'll be getting full games or edited versions of those games with the sliders. But for this video, this is an introduction to the team and some of the changes we're going to be making. Now, we want to change the culture in Detroit, and we are going to be buying the team as a financial mogul, and that man is going to be Elon Musk. Yes, he's got the funds, he's looking to blow it, and he is buying the Detroit Lions just for fun. And he understands that Detroit is not used to winning, and we want to change the culture. And one of the things you got to do that you could try to change the culture is let's just go ahead and build them a whole new stadium. Ford Field is 20 years old, it's outdated, it's nothing to, be excited about. So we're going to build a new stadium. Next, let's take a look at our roster and kind of go over things here. We do have Jared Goff, who I'm not too keen on. Our running back situation, I'm very okay with DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams. I love having a 1-2 punch. Obviously, excited about the wide receiver core. We got our new rookie, and we have Amon-Ra St. Brown. So between him and Jamison Williams, we should be good for the future. TJ Hawkinson holding things down as well at the tight end slot. Great underutilized tight end, but we're going to utilize them for sure. What's surprising with the Lions, though, is their offensive line. It's phenomenal. And with the offensive line being as good as it is, that's going to allow us to do two things. Number one, run the football, and hopefully number two, be able to throw the ball down the field because we have more time in pass protection. But going through the rest of the lineup here, looking at the front seven, it's really easy to see it's awful. We have Aiden Hutchinson, but outside of him, we have no pass rush. No pass rush whatsoever. And even though our corners and our safeties are pretty solid, if you have no one attacking and getting to the quarterback, they're gonna have all day to throw. And then what it leaves it is you have to blitz, which can give up bigger plays. And so one thing we're gonna definitely want to target now instead of later is getting more pass rushers. We can't just rely on Aiden Hutchinson as a rookie to be our only pass rusher. We need to go get someone else who can help him rush the football, and that's going to definitely be priority for us here in the preseason. But before that, let's talk about our coach. Coach is Dan Campbell. We're going to keep him. We're not going to fire him for now. The reason is because he is passionate. He is fired up. He's excited. He just brings a ton of energy, and I love that. But the problem is our quarterback is the complete opposite. He's soft, quiet, gentle, no swagger. We want someone to match up with our coach. We want a guy with swagger. That guy, Baker Mayfield. This dude matches our coach. He is passionate. He gets fired up. He's energized. He is just ready, just let it rip at all times. Like, he gets guys fired up. He's pumped up. Even if he doesn't play very well, he gets excited. And we need a guy like that in the locker room for our younger guys. We want them to see a leader in their locker room be fired up and get excited and motivate them. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to see what we can do to get Baker Mayfield to be the quarterback of the Detroit Lions, because I think he's going to fit in perfectly with what we're trying to build in Detroit. The question is, what's it going to cost? Well, according to the Panthers, they think Amon-Ra St. Brown straight up or Taylor Decker or a first-round pick, and we're not going to give them any of those. We will offer them Jared Goff back, though. I know they have Sam Darnold sitting on the bench, but Jared Goff, he's been to a Super Bowl. We'll see. Maybe they want him. Maybe we'll throw them in like a 4th round pick as well. Nope, they're not taking that. Okay. We'll give them a 3rd round pick. We're close. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll go future. We'll go 2024, and we'll throw them a 6th round pick. See if they take it. They do. Perfect. Okay, so we got Baker for a swap of Jared Goff, a current 3rd and a future 6th round pick. Not that bad. I know I have 2 first round picks. Gardner Minshew. He's similar to Baker Mayfield, and I want him. I want another guy like that in my locker room, in the quarterback room. I want him as my backup. I want him as a potential starter if Baker gets hurt, or if I move on from Baker. I want the same attitude, swagger, energy. We're going after Gardner Minshew. The Eagles, they want a lot less for him than the Panthers did for Baker. We're going to take the trade. We're going to give him our backup free safety and backup middle linebacker. I'm okay with that. It works out perfectly for me. Boom. Got my 2 guys that I needed in my quarterback room. Now, pass rusher. Tyus Bowser was the one who stood out to me because the Ravens have a surplus of pass rushers, and they can't get them all on the field at the same time. He's 27. He's going to be sitting behind a rookie. He's going to be looking for a place to go. So we are offering the Ravens a trade. I really want to get Tyus Bowser too because he's only $500,000 on the cap. He's only 27. We're going to get several years out of him. And for a current 6th round pick and a future 3rd round pick, I'm going to make that investment in Tyus Bowser. We're not going to play with the right outside linebacker position, though. We're going to go and move him over to the left side. That way we have Aiden Hutchinson on one side and Tyus Bowser coming off the other side. Now we have our pass rush. Still need a lot of help in the linebacker position between middle linebacker and right outside linebacker. And our defensive tackle position needs some help too. But at least we're going to have some pass rush now to hopefully help out what is honestly a decent secondary. So guys, those are the moves that I've made. I went ahead and I signed a ton of free agents just to fill the roster for the preseason. I didn't go grab any of the really, really good guys. That's kind of pointless. What I am going to do, though, is we are going to simulate the preseason game by game to see if we have any injuries and see if we win. We did win week 1 against the Falcons 31-17, and it looks like we got out without any injuries, which is fantastic. Hopefully that can, remain the same, because the last thing I want to do is have the season derailed from injuries right off the bat. We win week 2 against the Colts 24-17, no injuries as well. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Final week of the preseason, and we beat the Steelers. So we sweep the preseason 3-0. Hopefully that means something for the regular season. I'm not going to go through and show you guys the players that I cut because that's just a waste of time. I will show the 2 injuries we got, not that serious. 4 weeks for our corner, 2 weeks for a backup tight end. So not the worst situation coming out of the preseason. We're getting offers from the Seahawks for Gardner Minshew. No, we're not taking it. What I'm going to do now, though, is, guys, I'm going to show you guys the roster, how it's looking going into our week 1 matchup against the Eagles. This is after I signed all those free agents to fill out our preseason roster, and then we made cuts after the preseason. This is what it looks like. Really not much has changed. There's a couple different backups in here you're going to know. So obviously we got Baker and Gardner at the quarterback position, but like I said, I wasn't about to go and sign Odell Beckham or Ndamukong Suh or any of those guys that are just sitting there in the free. I wasn't going to do that. That's not how I do. I typically look for younger guys I can put on my practice squad, and I did have that, and then teams stole them from me. So we're not even going to worry about the practice squad. But as you can see, for the most part, starting lineup is very, very identical to how it was before. We made some moves with a couple pieces changing. I did actually get an improvement at the guard position through free agency by just a couple overall points, but not a big deal. Left end, right end, still the same. We got a little depth there through free agency, though, which is good to have that depth there. Defensive tackle, Michael Brockers, I'm actually looking at probably not starting him because the youth beneath him needs to play. Tyus Bowser is going to be our pass rusher on the left side. Inside linebacker, right outside linebacker, still leaves a lot to be desired, right? They're both very, very weak, but secondary will be decent, especially once we get Oruwariye back healthy in a couple weeks. I'm very content with where our secondary is going to be at, especially if we can get pressure. That's going to be a focus for me going forward with this team. Is the secondary is okay. We don't need to go spend a bunch of money on a corner or a safety. Let's get some pass rush capabilities to help that secondary hold up. Anyway, guys, this is the team that we are rocking for, I'm assuming, most of the year unless something crazy happens. Hope you stick around and check out the series. Gameplay from week 1 will be coming next. Otherwise, that is it for this episode. Episode 1, the introduction. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned to the next one. Peace.